Happy Wednesday, everybody. This is Maya Franco, reporter for Fox 26 News out of Fresno, California. It's going to be my first vlog ever, kind of doing behind the scenes of the life of a daily news reporter. So I commute to work. So I live in Madera, so it takes me about 30 to about 40 minutes, depending on the traffic, to head to work. So I am about to do that. Still hot and it's fall time. My goodness, let's crank up that AC here. And we can't function without caffeine. I usually order my order ahead of time and then I just swing by and pick it up. Alrighty, we're just pulling up to Starbucks. And yay, there is no line today.
Looking to get started for you?
Hi there, I had a pickup order for Myra.
Myra, okay, I'll have it ready for you.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's try and see if this phone mount doesn't tilt over. So you know, typically with most people's jobs, they kind of have a routine and they kind of know what they're walking into. As a TV news reporter, you're kind of blindsided every day. I head to work not knowing what my day's gonna be like. Most of the time when I walk into the office, my story is already assigned. I have contacts to call if they have to be scheduled for interviews throughout the day. Or sometimes my assignment manager already has them scheduled. So it just really depends. I'm so sorry for this camera moving everywhere. I probably should have just waited to do it at the station. So yeah, so my point is that I don't know what every day will bring. I just got into my office space. I just chit-chatted with my boss, Heffa number 2, about what my story of the day is going to be today. Kind of filled me in. And around 3 o'clock, we always have a Teams meeting with the whole team to talk about the news of the day. We all get to sign our stories in that meeting, and we kind of talk about what our show is going to entail. So my office space was having a little bit of technical difficulties, so I had to jump on another one to do a quick video call. Look at who's over there. Hi. Bird, say hi. Crystal, say hi.
Hello, hi.
Those are photojournalists to the station. Okay, while I wait for my interviewees to log on this call, we'll ask a few questions. I have a question for you guys.
Hi.
Here's the mic. What is your most favorite thing about news?
It's something different, sort of, every single day.
You just took my answer. Yeah, no, never knowing where you're going to end up and just enjoying the moment wherever your stories will take you. Yeah.
Okay. You, Bert?
I don't have to do math and I don't have to write.
We can all agree with that one, at least I can.
Yeah.
What?
All right, y'all, it's 5:26 p.m. and I just kind of wrapped up some calls on a special segment I'm working on the side. I just finished my interviews for my story of the day too and got all the footage that I needed for it. So now what I do, let me flip the screen here. Alrighty, so I am blurring contact information, but this is iNews where we have all our information about our stories of the day and what our team will be putting in the newscast, which is a rundown, which I'll show you later. But this is all the information I get from my story. So on the right side of me, I won't go into the weaves of how I describe. I'm pretty sure it'll be boring for you. But in a nutshell, after my interview, I'll put it in this document and it will transcribe the whole interview for me. And I promise this little thingy is not mine. I share bays, so it's like a man cave in here right now. Alrighty, so I'll show you what a news rundown looks like. So this is our show. Our producer is actually working on it right now. This is all the stuff that will be getting aired. The rest of my shift, I'm just writing and brainstorming and putting together my story. And then once it's done, I have Monty, one of our anchors, look over it, make any changes that are needed. And then I track it, which means I am voicing the script. Then we either make notes in our script for the editors, on how we envision the story and what clips to use for the story, or I'll just kind of go in their bay and just chat one-on-one on what I kind of vision the story to be. And I'm like, just let your creative mind flow. But this is kind of how I picture it. And I totally forgot to mention, we actually write what the anchors say before our story here. And then we write out our live intro here. And then this is our story. This is kind of typically how it is written in the form, which is in broadcast writing. And then our live tag, and then the anchor tag. Oh my God, you actually made my vision come to life. That's insane. Play it, go.
Because if he wasn't able to do that, it might have been hours before someone.
Smooth edit. Good job. Do I have permission for you to be in my vlog?
Yes.
Okay, so I won't get sued by you guys.
No.
Not like I'm gonna be making millions of dollars, but okay, so this is the first time using Teams as an interview platform, right? So we were trying it, and then we realized during the whole interview it was 4 screens, not just focus on one interview. So I was like, can you make this come to life? And he was like, we can try. And he did it. So thumbs up.
This is news reporter Myra Franco spoke with an emergency rescue fleet crew, Reach Air Medical Services, which was on scene when it all happened, and heavily involved in this rescue. All right, Myra, what did they tell you?
Monty, they tell me everything aligned well in the call, from the victim being conscious after the crash to making the 911 call and being able to locate him in the middle of nowhere. And you won't guess what else aligned perfectly. He was taken to the hospital where his daughter works. The crew tells me they found that out when they were already en route, saying it was a pretty cool outcome.
Was lucky that he had the proper radios and the proper GPS and was able to call for himself, because if he wasn't able to do that, it might have been hours before someone knew he was actually down.
Our main concern too was like the sun was definitely going down, and I just remember, he was wearing just a thin long sleeve shirt and some shorts. Yeah, and it would have been pretty tough to navigate that terrain to end up getting to him without the helicopter for sure.
Porterville's Reach Air Medical Services team, along with Tulare County first responders, shared their fears as they rushed to rescue a 71-year-old man who they later found out to be a retired firefighter Tuesday afternoon. They say the call came in around 5 p.m. about a paraglider crash somewhere in the Springville area of Tulare County.
No one had laid eyes on him yet. They were all at the bottom of one mountain, kind of looking up, and we flew that ridge line on the top and saw that he was on the other side. So just being able to tell the ground resources where he was actually at was sped it up quite a bit.
Flores says the man had crashed in the middle of nowhere. They tell me it is a pretty isolated area, a lot of difficult terrain to walk through. As soon as they spotted him, they provided medical care and other agencies took over. He was taken to the hospital for his injuries.
He was in a lot of pain, but he asked if I could take his cell phone and call his wife. So I was able to do that. I called his wife, and she mentioned that, oh yeah, our daughter is actually a nurse at Kauai. She asked, where are you guys going to be transporting him to? And I said, oh, we're going to be going to a hospital in Visalia, Kauai Delta.
That's where their daughter worked.
We rarely come across a scenario, at least for me, where we actually have a patient and we're transporting to a trauma center that actually has a family member or a significant other that works at that facility. So I thought that was really cool, and especially for the father to actually receive
great work on all sides: the ambulance, the fire, communications, everything aligned very well in this call.